everyone, welcome back to A&D's World. We are
Dennis.
and Alicia, and this is a series where we share our story with you all. I personally wanted to share some key moments with you all that played a really important part in our relationship and bringing us together. And for me personally, realizing that Dennis was the one. The most important part to me, as I remember back, is that the conversations that we used to have. It was a very mature conversation, and I will give a lot of that credit to Dennis. He was always just so positive and solution oriented. I would as I think about it now, I would go to him with all my problems. Like, this is wrong, I don't know what to do. I don't know, like where to go, who to ask, all that. And I call myself an optimist, and he calls out himself a pessimist. And in this situation, we were quite the opposite. He was the optimistic one, and I was being the pessimist. So he always like asked me, okay, you're talking about all these problems, but where are your solutions? Why are you not thinking about solution? And that really helped me in my journey throughout, even till date. Like we have mentioned, I decided to keep our relationship a secret, especially in the initial part of it. And we'll go to like why I decided to do that later on. But the secret part was only for my side of the relationship. So my family, my friends. So I don't know about his family, but his friends and all, like they all knew. So we would go, Dennis would take me to, if he was going to hang out with any of his friends, he would take me. So I had met like few of his friends. And in one of these meetings with his friends, I remember his mom, well, I didn't understand because they were talking in their language. But on our drive back, Dennis mentioned it to me that one of his friends' mom tell him that, oh, Alicia's a keeper. Dennis got injured at the gym, and it was really bad. So he called me and to let me know that he was hurt. So I went to see him, and I took him to the doctor. And why I'm sharing this story is because Dennis isn't the kind to show his pain, or if he's hurt, he'll try to cover it up. He'll be like, I'm fine, I'm okay. He's more so like that. But in that moment, and in that initial moment, for him to call me, let me know he's hurt, and also asking for my help meant a lot to me. I got to see him in his when he was vulnerable. And it's not that I was enjoying that he was in pain, but that whole incident I feel played a really, really vital role. And Dennis will explain it to you. My dad till date talks about that incident.
We always reminisce about the past. He mentions that specific instance where he remembers Alicia taking care of me, taking me to the chiropractor, and making sure I was healed as one of the events that played a critical role in us getting closer. That initial phase of us keeping our relationship a secret was fun. It was adventurous. It was funny because a lot of things we were doing was between just the two of us. So it was more of an inside joke between the two of us.
Mhm.
But at the same time, the notion of us having to come to terms with our relationship, if we wanted it to continue, and how that would look, was at the back of our mind. So during the first 6 months, we lived in bliss because the closest people to us had no idea what was going on. And over the course of the series, we've shared some of those moments with you. But from this point going, things get a little more complicated. We start to bring the whole world into what we've been keeping secret for an extended period of time. Talking about why we kept our relationship a secret, were there any reasons why you wanted to keep it a secret?
Well, yeah. I knew the kind of reaction and backlash I would receive from my loved ones and from my side of relationship. I knew the kind of response I would get. The kind of society we grew up in, we're always the emphasis given to make other people happy, like make your parents happy, make your family happy, make your society happy, make your neighbors happy, like pretty much make everyone else around you happy. Played a really, really vital role. And I knew that my decision to be with Dennis would make people around me unhappy. And I knew that. And that was like one of the reasons. And me personally, I do not like making anyone unhappy. I'm a people pleaser. I'll do anything and everything to keep everyone around me happy. And things have changed a lot now, but I was very much like that back then. And that was one of the reasons like I kept it a secret.
She's still like that.
But I meant like it has changed a little bit.
Okay.
Yes. So I don't like making people unhappy. And I knew that people, my family, my friends, my relatives, people around me would be unhappy with my decision of being with Dennis. And that was like the main reason why I kept it a secret. And I don't know, like I was very much in love with Dennis. I wasn't playing around. So I guess I was in a denial that one day I will have to, if I want to be with Dennis forever, I would have to tell them I can't keep this secret forever. But like Dennis said, for that period of time, it was okay and it was all fun until we had to face the reality. Growing up, the plan was always that I was gonna marry somebody from Nepal. I myself also didn't know I was gonna meet Dennis and end up falling in love with him. So that was, never in the plan. So that was another factor. It would be hard for them to accept me with a non-Nepali guy. As everyone around us knew that you
Oh
liked
yeah.
me. So whenever conversations came up, they would always ask me questions like, he's non-Nepali, like if you are going to date him, you have to be prepared for the kind of response or backlash you're going to get from people around you. So that got me like scared from wanting to share about our relationship and keeping it a secret for as long as I could.
Yeah. And would you say your upbringing had anything to add to the fear?
It goes back to, how I grew up in a society where we are supposed to make people, everyone us around us happy, and that was the kind of mindset I had. I thought, okay, I make everyone around me happy, so they're happy, and that's gonna make me happy. Where if you ask me, it's the complete opposite right now. But I would say, but I would say like, I always thought of it this way, and I want to say, I thought my upbringing, that's a story for a different time. But I know I said like I wouldn't single anyone out and take anybody's name, but I have to mention this. I'm getting emotional. Why?
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. Can you help me stop crying? um, um, I have to mention this that um, my mom is a very strong woman. Like, she's gone through a lot, and I'm not out here to share her story, but she's gone through a lot in her life. And um, And there's a saying, you're a strong woman because a strong woman raised you, and I truly believe in that. And I think my upbringing through her, by her, is the reason why I was able to make the decision to be with Dennis. Even though I knew like I would receive backlash from people and it would be hard, like I would have to cut a lot of negative people out of my life who were a very important part of my life. At one point, I was able to make that decision and go against everyone to be with Dennis. Because the way I grew up, I was taught to love everyone regardless of where they come from or what color they are. As long as they're a good person and they're good with you, that's all that matters. And so, yeah, I know I've been giving a lot of credit to Dennis, but I think here I have to give credit to my mom that because of how strong she was, and I saw that, and because of her upbringing, I was able to make this decision. I want to ask, how did you feel? Was it too much?
It wasn't too much for me. And situations are always different for men than they are for women in most cases. So I knew specifically that I wasn't going to get any backlash from being with someone from a different race, in a completely different continent altogether. I hit the jackpot, so I was happy with that. My parents raised us in a way where they were 100% confident that once we left the house, every decision we took was going to be the right decision for us and for the family. And so I never had to worry about what my family would say, or what anyone else would say. And I knew specifically that with all the potential that Alicia had, us being together, yes, was going to be challenging, but at the same time, we were going to be able to do a lot of great things together.
This is exactly why I chose to be with him. Yeah, like there were a lot of challenges for sure. Having said that, I don't regret anything at all. And we've mentioned it in one of our previous videos. If we had to go back and do things differently, yes, few things we would do differently, but I'm so glad I had the strength to make that decision for myself. Um, and here we are.
Oh yeah, but then that doesn't negate the challenges that we had, um, after the frustrations of having to keep us, a secret and getting to know each other a little bit better. We had challenges where I felt you weren't going to be strong enough to handle the backlash. She mentioned earlier she's a people pleaser, and I didn't think she had the mentality to be able to not do that for us. And another challenge, which was had to do with me personally, I just thought it was going to be a lot of work trying to make her happy, and then at the same time make the whole world happy with her, for her to be happy with us. Um, and I didn't think I had the strength or the time to dedicate to doing any of that. And I love surrounding myself with great people. I love surrounding myself with positivity. And so when I realized, there was going to be a lot of negativity attached to us being together, I tried to separate us from that situation until it got to the point where we couldn't do that anymore.
I remember we had this conversation one day, and Dennis told me, all right, like it's been a while and we can't do this forever. You have to tell your parents. And I looked at him and I was like, you know how they're going to react.
A little bit of me knew specifically that I had gained a lot of points. I had scored a lot of points. Your mom loved me, your dad loved me, your siblings loved me.
Mhm.
So I didn't think there was going to be any backlash, because obviously they liked me because I was a good guy. So their daughter was going to be a good guy. So I was in a little bit of a denial of how far of a reach cultural differences play and cultural norms place in people's lives as you grow up.
Yeah, I think you were thinking that I was being over dramatic
Yeah.
with the whole, oh my gosh, like I don't know how they're gonna react because of all the brownie points you have gotten.
Yep.
And they knew, and I would agree, they knew he was a great guy, uh, as a friend,
Yep.
not as a boyfriend or a potential husband.
We kept having those conversations from time to time, but it got to a point where we couldn't have those conversations anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I decided to single handedly end things for both of us.
But I wasn't ready to give up. But yes, I think we've shared quite a bit today. We'll take it from there next week. Well, we apologize, but it's well, before we end this video, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love that you send our way. We're truly, truly appreciative of each and every one of you. You're part of A&D's world and part of our family, and we love you all so much. We'll be back next week with our story. And don't forget to
Uh, like, subscribe, and click that ringy thingy.
and share.
Okay, and share.
He's getting better. He's getting better. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Love you all. Thank you so much. Bye.